What's up, you guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be doing a Q&A. So I posted a questions story on my Instagram last night and had all of my followers ask me some questions. I kind of just said, ask me anything random, anything you want to know. So I got quite a few responses, so I'm going to try to answer as many as I can without making the video too long today. So let's just jump right into it and not waste any time. One of the first questions I got was, how old were you when you found out you liked to sing? I started singing at about 3 years old. As soon as I could talk in full sentences, I was singing. I came from a really musical family, so I think it was just kind of in my blood, if that's a real thing. I don't know, but as soon as I could sing, I wanted to, and I did, and I have ever since. So yeah, I was about 3 years old, and I just have continued it ever since then. Another question I got was, what is your drive to be TikTok and YouTube famous? So that's kind of a joke that I have going where like I'll send a picture and be like, go watch my YouTube video or go like my TikTok. I want to be TikTok famous. I don't actually want to be like TikTok famous. I just think it's funny that that's like an actual career now. So I guess just I like making funny content, and I want my friends to see it and think it's funny as well. So I guess my drive would just be for fun. I like to do it for fun. Another question I got asked was, what is my favorite hair color? So I've had quite a few different hair colors in my time. I'll try to insert some pictures somewhere up here. I had red hair, really dark brown hair. My natural hair color is like white blonde, super, super blonde. So I've had that for a good majority of my life, and right now I kind of have this like brown, blonde, ashy color. I would say my favorite right now is probably the hair that I have now, just because it's new and I'm excited about it. But next would probably just be my natural blonde color. I definitely regret dyeing it red and ruining the blonde that I had, because I think it was so natural and pretty, but right now I'm loving this color that I have going on right now. Okay, another one that I got was, would you say that you're a confrontational person? If so, how? So no. To short answer it, no, I'm not a confrontational person. I actually really dread confrontation. It stresses me out. It gives me anxiety. So I would not say that I'm a confrontational person. However, there are situations where I would consider myself confrontational. If someone is blatantly disrespecting someone that I care about, or disrespecting an idea that I have or an opinion that I have, there are certain moments where I'll become confrontational and stand up for myself. I would say it's really rare for that to happen, especially face to face. It's always easy to hide behind a screen and, say what you want to say. I would say over the past 6 months, I've definitely come out of my shell when it comes to my opinions. If someone is attacking my opinion, I don't need that and I don't appreciate that, so I'll definitely tell you how I feel, but I'm not confrontational in a way that comes across as rude. I'm very respectful of people's opinions, and yeah, I really don't like confrontation. Someone asked, are you early to rise or late to bed? That is a really difficult question, because if you'd asked me that 6 months ago over quarantine, I was definitely late to bed and late to rise, because I would stay up all night and then wake up at 3 in the afternoon. Over the past few months after, kind of the world opened back up and I have a job now, I can't really be sleeping all the time. I would say I'm pretty early to rise. I wake up at 9 and I go to bed by 1 most of the time. So I don't know, I'm kind of somewhere in the middle. Someone asked, what is your favorite Justin Bieber song? I'm a huge Justin Bieber fan, believer all the way. Say right now my favorite song of his is Off My Face. It's so beautiful. Come on. And the way he talks about Haley, oh my god, literally makes me want to cry. That's my favorite song of his right now. Somebody asked, how's your mental health? That is such a sweet question, and thank you for asking. Right now my mental health is pretty good. I would say over the month of April, it's a little bit difficult because this month is Sexual Assault Awareness Month, if you guys didn't already know that. So of course I'm speaking out about my experiences, and seeing other people's experiences can be really healing, but it also can be really draining to relive that trauma a lot. So I would say right now my mental health is stable and I'm doing okay. It's always up and down, but I really appreciate you asking. The same person asked, how do you cope with anxiety? So I have pretty severe anxiety, I would say. I cope by just trying to distract myself or grounding myself, just trying to remind myself that everything is really okay and nothing is actually threatening or harming me in the real world. and just talking it out with someone that I trust. So I would say that that's how I cope with my anxiety. Somebody asked, if you could be one Disney princess forever, who would it be? I would definitely have to say either Rapunzel or Anna. Those are my two favorites, I think. Rapunzel, I feel like I embody her a little bit more. But Anna's just so, like, real. Like, I don't know. She falls in love fast. They're just so cute. Like, how am I supposed to pick? If I could combine the two, that's who I would want to be. Somebody asked, how did you fall in love with your boyfriend? Oh my gosh. You're going to make me tell the story and cry on camera. So, basically, my boyfriend and I have been together for almost 2 years now. And when we met each other, I was dating someone else, and I don't know what he was had going on in his life, but we met each other through mutual friends, and we initially just hit it off and became good friends and really liked each other's energy and got along really well. And then over the course of a few months, we ended up hanging out more with our group of friends, and I ultimately made the decision that it was time for me to leave the relationship that I was in and pursue something else. And he ended up being that something else that I wanted to pursue, and we fell in love incredibly fast. Like, within days of being together, we're talking about marriage and having a family one day, and just it all happened very fast, but I'm super thankful for that. And yeah, I just loved his personality. He was so funny. He always made me laugh. He was super caring and just, wanted the best for me. So yeah, that's how we fell in love with each other. Someone asked, what is my favorite Broadway show of all time and my favorite Broadway song of all time? If you know me, you know that my favorite musical of all time is Dear Evan Hansen. That is my ish. I love that show more than anything in the whole world. And I would, what is my favorite Broadway song? Like, there's so many Broadway songs. Probably something from Dear Evan Hansen or Waitress. I really like the Waitress soundtrack. I can't even pick one. I'm sorry. Someone asked, what is the best and worst food you've ever had? My favorite food is California rolls or pasta. I think California rolls are number one, though, so that's probably the best food I've ever had. I love California rolls. And then the worst food I've ever had, I don't know. I dislike everything. I don't like anything, really. I'm a super picky eater. There's a lot of foods that I don't like. So I don't even know what the worst food I've ever had would be. Honestly, probably McDonald's. I hate McDonald's. Like, any of their, meat items, don't even bring it near me. The smell of it will make me sick. Like, I really do not like McDonald's. Somebody asked what my pet peeves are. Don't even get me started. I think my biggest pet peeve is being interrupted no. That's one of my pet peeves. But my absolute number one biggest pet peeve in the whole world is, let me give you an example. So someone's talking to you and they're like, oh my gosh, this crazy thing just happened. I have to tell you. Oh wait, never mind. I can't tell you. What? Like, no, don't even talk to me if you're gonna do that. Because I'm a nosy person. I'll admit it right now. I'm a super nosy person. I will do anything and everything to know your business. I just want to know everything. I hate being left out. I have serious FOMO. I want to know everything. So if you're gonna come to me and be like, this insane thing just happened, oh wait, but I can't tell you about it, or start teasing the idea of something and I don't, and then you're gonna be like, oh wait, I can't tell you. Don't even talk to me. We're not friends. I really hate that. Also, being interrupted is a big one. I really hate being interrupted. I probably have 1,000 pet peeves, but those are probably my top 2. Okay, this one's a good one, and I'm not sure how I'm going to answer it. I'm going to have to think about it. Somebody asked, if you had to cast the people in your inner circle into a show, what role would each be? That is so hard. Because who's even in my inner circle? I guess I would probably do, maybe Waitress and have myself as Jenna and then my boyfriend as the doctor. Maybe my sister as, Dawn or someone. I don't know. That's really hard. What is your biggest fear? That's interesting. My biggest fear ever is probably death, which is kind of morbid, but that's just the truth. And I am a Christian. I believe in the faith of going to heaven if you are a good person. So I guess as a radical Christian, you could tell me, don't be afraid of death if you know that you're doing what you can to go to heaven, which of course that's part of having faith, but I'm also afraid of the unknown. I have my faith in what I believe, but you never know if that's actually the case or not. So My biggest fear is death, not only for myself, but for the people that I care about. I'm really afraid of death just because it's something we don't know. Nobody can come back and tell you, like, oh, this is how death is, you know? So that's what I'm afraid of. Somebody asked, what causes you the most stress in your life? That changes depending on where I'm at in my life. But right now, it's probably just balancing everything in my life. I get really overwhelmed by the idea of like, oh, I work on these days and I have to sign up for school and I have to make time for my family and for my relationship and I have to see my friends and there's the pandemic and there's just a lot of imbalance in life right now. So that's something that stresses me out a lot. I would say, yeah, that's pretty much my biggest stress right now. What are you most passionate about? Right now, I'm most passionate about my relationships with people because of the pandemic. We had a big, everyone was distanced from each other. So I really want to focus on nourishing my relationships with people and also music. I am very passionate about music, even though I'm not super involved in it right now, just because I graduated from high school and there's the pandemic. So definitely like singing and doing what I can to stay involved in music is a big passion of mine. And also speaking out about things that you feel are important. So I've definitely become more outspoken in the past year or so about things that I find important. And I think that I have a big passion for helping other people with something that you have gone through. So that's something that I'm passionate about right now. Somebody asked what my best and worst high school experiences were. Oh boy. I hated high school. I would say 99% of high school was a bad experience. Hold on. I just choked on something. Ooh, okay. I'm better now. So I did choir all throughout high school. I was in 3 different choir classes. I got to compete and travel and perform all the time. So that was really cool. So I would say probably my best experience was getting to go to New York City. And that was a really, really cool experience for me. My competitions that I got to do, winning first place at a big Southern California competition was really cool. That's something that I will hold on to forever. I would say maybe my worst experience from high school was the people that I dated. I don't know. Being so consumed by who I was dating and what was going on with that person. I wish I had focused more on school, for one, and my friends and my family. I was just so consumed by who I was with, and that I wish I hadn't been like that. Somebody asked, why are you so hot? Girl, I wish I could tell you. Somebody asked, are you proud of the person that you are? I would say right now, yes, I am proud of the person that I am. Looking back on who I used to be and who I am now, I think I've grown a lot as a person. Not to say that I was a bad person before, but I think just being so outspoken about the things that I think are important, because growing up my whole life I was very silent about the things that I thought were important. I would never share my opinion. I would never defend something that I cared about, and now that I feel confident enough to do that, I think that's made me a whole different person. Now that I have these experiences and I'm willing to share them and help other people get through them, I think that's a big thing. So I think I'm proud of myself for that. Somebody asked, does eating animal crackers break vegan morals? I don't think so. I mean, vegan morals is hurting animals. That's a stupid question. I'm sorry. No, it does not break vegan morals. And then the same person is just memeing on me and said, would a fly without wings be called a walk? That's actually a really good thought. That's kind of asking does Mike Wazowski wink or blink? I don't know. I really don't know. Somebody asked, what are you most grateful for? There's so many things I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for my friends and my family and my relationship. I'm grateful for my home. There's so much I'm grateful for. I don't know. What are the 5 most beautiful things on earth? Women. Babies. Oh, love babies. Flowers. Puppies. Come on. And sunsets. What would you do if you could do one thing and failure was impossible? Probably shoot my shot and go to New York and audition for a Broadway show. if failure is impossible and I'm definitely going to get into the show, I would absolutely drop everything and go do that. Because that's a big dream, but it's very unrealistic. Somebody asked, are you living the life of your dreams? I would say not right now, I'm not. I think the life of my dreams is something that will come with time and age. Be married, have a family, have children, be a mom, and, you know, ideally not have to work. I mean, that's like wishful thinking. As I get older, I'll be able to accomplish those things. Not yet, but I will be eventually, hopefully. Alright, you guys, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much if you participated in asking any questions. If you want to follow me on Instagram to interact with things like this in the future, my Instagram tag will be down in the description below. Go ahead and like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and I will see you guys next time.